This is a baseball, or sorry, a basketball with eyes, and we see it looks like a little alien. So this one we call alienation. Who's alienated today? Oh, someone I know is alienated today because I don't know exactly what was going on in their mind, but the impression I got was majorly alienated. Pretty much because it doesn't really matter. We're going to talk about butthurt. Have you heard of the slang expression butthurt? Butthurt is when someone hurts your emotions. Is it mean-spirited to hurt people's emotions? Some people say yes. Some people say no. Are you going out to hurt their emotions for the sake of just being mean? Or are their emotions being hurt because they're acting dumb and they know better? It's no big whoop. 95% of the human population is asking me, what's dumb these days? And, I'll just put on my tin hat and talk about extraterrestrials for a little while, and I'm going to tell you they're real. And then, a great lot of you are going to say, no, they're not. And I don't know if people say that anymore. But what else do you want to talk about extraterrestrials for? Well, what else do I want to talk about? On my channel, I've been talking about the Illuminati pyramid quite a bit. No one believes in Illuminati. What's Illuminati? I never heard the word. What does it mean? Is it something to do with Freemasons? Does it have something to do with people who have a lot of money? Is it the 13 Illuminati bloodlines, with names like Rockefeller, Rothschild? If you want to watch my videos, past 2 days, look at today's date for this video. Go back like no more than like 2 days, from 2-3 days, and I've talked quite a bit about this Illuminati pyramid. Is it real? This thing I actually bought not as an Illuminati pyramid. This is an orgone device. What's orgone? Orgone is like chi, which is like, if you heard of qigong, it's like some kind of energy. And this pyramid is supposed to promote good chi, good orgone in your vicinity. What's it made of? Well, it looks like it's got a little spring made of copper in it. It's got this metal plate that looks like sacred geometry right there. And then it's got all those blue particles with a little bit of gold particles. What is that actually? The outside, someone says it's like lucite. It feels like not glass, it feels like plastic. This feels like plastic. It's very hard plastic. And if I shake it, it doesn't move. So is it colored sand? I don't know, but I bought it off of Amazon, and they said it was an orgone device. Does it change the orgone in this area? I could be, I don't know. Someone reminds me, one time I had it in the backyard when they were doing chemtrailing. You know, that's when great big planes fly over and they spray a whole pile of white clouds of stuff out the back. Some people call it contrails. It's not contrails. It's way more than a typical contrail out of a plane. In Vietnam, during the Vietnam War, late 1960s, early 1970s, the Americans had enormous planes, and they had chemtrail planes. And what they did is they flew over the heavy jungle of Vietnam, and they sprayed Agent Orange, it was called. And Agent Orange was a poison to trees. It was a defoliant. It made the trees lose their leaves, so that then when the Americans flew over the forest, they could look down through the trees, because there was no more leaves there hiding the North Vietnamese and Viet Cong underneath. So we know, enormous tanker planes, you know that the military have tanker planes. They're planes that are like flying gas stations. So, various types, and they fuel up jet fighters when the jet fighters are in the air. So you know there are enormous planes that are made, and they're capable of hauling lots of liquid up into the air and spraying it. And what are they doing? All over the earth, they are spraying stuff. What's in the stuff? Various things people say. Some people say they've had rainwater analyzed after this stuff has been sprayed, and they say it has barium and strontium in it. I'm still being screwed with the words that I'm telling you. Why? Because the evil spirits around me sometimes just want to display that they can do it. Where are my words coming from? Mostly my memory banks, but sometimes I do connect to other sources, and I get different things when I talk about. Should you be concerned about chemtrails? Yes. Do you want them spraying poisons in your air? The cover story for chemtrails is geoengineering, spraying the stuff to prevent sunshine from heating up the air too much and causing global warming. But just call this global pollution on a massive scale. Why do the governments allow it? Why do you trust the government to do anything good for you? Seriously? Do you enjoy paying a lot of taxes? Do you enjoy hearing about these scandals? Do you trust other humans in general? I don't. So, humans in government, why would you trust them to do anything good? Anyways, I was talking about chemtrails. I don't have anything else to tell you about chemtrails. What else do we want to talk about? Well, I got this book just sitting on my coffee table, and it's by Bob Frissell, and it's got a pyramid and a sphinx in front of it. Now we have a character on my channel who is our movie producer, and his name is Bob Frissell. Sounds the same, but it's spelled differently. He has 2 Z's in the middle of his names, and this book writer is 2 S's. And what's this book about? Bob Frissell sweeps aside the veils of conventional reality to explore what's happening behind the scenes, from extraterrestrial visitations and multidimensional events to walk-ins and ascended masters relating to the true history of the world. It details the enormous infusion of higher dimensional energy that is dramatically raising the vibratory rate of the planet and everyone on it. Frissell also gives the details of the personal transformation that we must make, that means you, if we are to survive and thrive, so we can catch the ride into higher consciousness in a way that enables Mother Earth to reach critical mass and become lit from within. That's a very long run-on sentence, and the past couple of days I talked at length about books should not have run-on sentences on their back cover, because there was a different one that had the same problem. This is the story of nothing less than the birth of a new humanity and the co-creation of heaven on earth. So, I do talk about bringing heaven to earth quite a bit because Earth history is nothing but hell. Endless wars, endless viciousness, man's inhumanity to man, and why am I talking about it? Because it seems like it's about time. And we still have a lot of people, for example, people who are capitalists and own a lot of stuff. They're at the top of this. If you look at the back of an American dollar bill, I'm not sure how many bills in America, but they have got this pyramid on the back, and then they got a little eye, the all-seeing eye, on top of this pyramid. Why? Because this is the story of money. People at the top have all the money, and the people in the blue section, that's you and I, we don't have too much money, and we take orders from the people at the very tip top. It's very simple. They should teach this to you in high school, but they don't. Why? Because they're told what to do by the people who are the powers that be. The powers that be are the people at the tip top of the Illuminati pyramid. The powers that be. Why do they have power? Because they got money. And they've had generations and generations of their ancestors who were very good at controlling people who are down in like the blue section of the pyramid. This pyramid represents the human population. I have my extraterrestrial. How does he come into effect? There are supposed to be negative aliens that these people, humans at the top of the pyramid, talk to. Negative aliens, you might as well call them demons. Are they from another planet? It's not really necessary to say because I don't know. Are they reptilians? I can't really say. A lot of it is very hard to figure it out. Have I seen a reptilian? No. But I've experienced reptilians, yes. The reptilians will visit you perhaps in a nightmare when you're dreaming, and perhaps in a daymare when you're in waking life and you're still experiencing a horrible negative entity. Anyways, this is Bob Frissell's book. Is it worth buying? I don't know. Do you like to read books? It's a fairly thick book. We were reading a section. Bob Frissell is all about breath work. What's breath work? It's feeling the feelings that you're feeling and breathing intensely if you have to. And this, I just turned to pages at random, and I got so many books. And this one I turned at random. And the topic of this one is all to do with suppressing something that's there with you so that you don't have to feel it. And this page also is like this one is fairly common among spiritual people. It's called What You Resist Persists.